and Rob leave your troubles behind. From the heart of the South, where the fried food's divine, we're telling tales of redneck dreams. Have a good time. Cornbread Nation, where the laughter flows. Jack legs of the week and the funny stories grow. From breadheads and history to those 5 at 5. In this southern fried haven, we feel so alive. Hit up those donations where the locals know. From the beach to the woods, there's a magic to show. Dirt roads and dive bars, let the good times roll. We'll share some southern charm. It's good for the soul. Cornbread Nation, where the laughter flows. Jack legs of the week and the funny stories grow. From breadheads and history to those 5 at 5. In this southern fried haven, we feel so alive. Now Dave's got that humor, his joke of the week. Get ready to giggle, it's honesty we see. And Rob's southern word, oh, it's always a treat. With manners so sweet, now that can't be beat. So raise up your glass for a toast to this ride. To the friends that we've made and the joy deep inside. With a side of cornbread, we're all good to go. In this Cornbread Nation, let the love overflow. Cornbread Nation.
Whoa. I wasn't supposed to do that. It's clicked. Oh, well, it's supposed to fade out nice and cool there, but it just jumped right on off there, Dave. So sorry about that, guys. Glad everybody's in here with us tonight. Welcome to the Cornbread Nation show. I'm Rob. That's Dave.
What's up?
Not much. Before we get started too far into the show, let's talk about some stuff here. We're going to try to give our affiliates a shout out. We're going to start off with talking about some coffee, because we got coffee. And so does the Fried Podcast. We have our own coffee brand out there. What is going on? There it went. Oh, now it's going back and forth from me. Lagging a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Well, we got coffee. Boy, do we have coffee. We got 40 different blends. Man, it is great coffee. It is good. Hey, QR code. Check out these great coffees that we have. We even have a few teas. Personally, I've had the pecan pie and mint so far. I'm going to be ordering some more tomorrow. I like it for sure. And man, it is. I got some mint coffee tonight. It's just right. So, Dave, you've tried a lot of these coffees too, haven't you?
Yeah, about 8 or 9 blends so far. Trying to order a different one every time. They're every one of them has been great. My wife is hooked on the house blend pods, and I think we're going to put her on the maintenance program where she'll get one of those deliveries every month. And it's really good for her right now because she can't get around as good as she used to. So, and it really helps to just have everything kind of ready to roll. But yeah, they're great.
Okay. Next one I'm gonna put up there. It's got a whole bunch of stuff on it. We got Mammoth Nation up in the upper left. Let me tell y'all something. American first companies. They support American values, American business. My goodness, their money goes toward their extra money when you pay your fee to join. It goes to conservative values, conservative causes. Great company. We support Mammoth Nation 110%. We're both members. Also, we have Patriot Mobile to the right of that. Patriot Mobile, one of the best phone companies in the country. Use the promo code with them, Cornbread, and you'll get your first month of service for free. That's our gift to you for getting on there with them. And look, it's a Christian-based company. If you have a problem, you call and talk to them. By goodness, you talk to somebody who speaks English plainly, and they don't mind throwing out a God bless you. The only Christian-based mobile phone service in the country. Dave, you want to talk about W and Podbean?
Yeah, W was the first affiliate. I've ordered a lot of their stuff. They do great deals. Buy one, get one free. I've even seen up to 70% off, but you can get 10% off every order with Southern Fried promo code. There's no shakes, no jitters, no crashes, and no sugar in W. And they've got really cool merch items for the teenagers in your life. Well, even me. I mean, I like that stuff. I've ordered some of it, shirts and shakers and stuff that you can mix the stuff up in, because I use the powders. It stretches out longer. So that way I don't waste, because sometimes you open a can of something and you're just not ready to drink all of it. With the powders, you can it just helps you to manage that better. It's what I do. And even the individual packets, like a lot of people have too, they've got those. Podbean, we just went over 200 hours of live streaming in the last week. It is a great resource. This will be the next great area that the podcast is going to grow, is MP3s. We're going to push this real hard. We got a big presence out there, but it's not big enough. That's something that I'm tasked myself to work on a lot harder and really push out. A lot of people, they listen on the go. They're not going to stop and watch a video, but they will listen to MP3s. We've got a good presence there, but we're going to increase it. You can save $14 a month for the first month of using that address there. And I've got to get a promo code up. A QR code up for that. Podbean's a great company. I met them through another podcaster that I still listen to from time to time, and just love the platform. And in fact, a lot of folks that have come in and followed the program. I think we got 28 or 30 followers on Podbean to the podcast, just in Podbean.
Wow. All right. Next, we want to talk about World. There we go.
Yeah, use PayWorld, because you got to have something to run the business part of your thing. So if you've got reoccurring payments, subscriptions, just watching that stuff online where we are Shopify. We had to get Shopify is not a bank. They'll set up your store, but you can't use them for your commerce. So you have to use something else. So we actually use Stripe, but PayWorld, I didn't know about it at the time. It's a great company. And going to be looking to move things there in the future. But anyway, promo code Cornbread. They came to us. They reached out to us. So this is one we didn't even go after. They came after us, and I appreciate PayWorld. This would be good for a lot of things, but especially for small business.
All right. And you can use this promo code to become a monthly supporter here of the Southern Fried Podcast. You choose your own level, and we would greatly appreciate it. All the money that we get in, we put back into the podcast.
We have three supporters right now. There's 2 levels. I want to add some more, but there's a breadhead level for $3 a month. That's not bad. And then the Mama Said level, which is $5. We're going to add to that. But we have 3 of those, and it's small. You don't miss it. You waste more than that on stuff at the store, candy and stuff. And it helps the Southern Fried, so we appreciate it. Use that QR code.
Yes. And as a big announcement that we've announced recently, we are now affiliated with the Hodge Twins. Oh, yeah. I tell you what, I love the Hodge Twins. Anyway, they have some great merch. If you hit the QR code there, we support them. They support us, and it is, they're amazing. I was a follower beforehand, and I'm sure enough a follower now, but I'm going to tell you, these guys are hilarious. I love them. And they speak from the heart, and they speak the truth, and you got to respect that. So
absolutely love them.
So absolutely love them. All right.
Go ahead and show our Halloween special since we got it in there, and then we'll get going. Because Halloween night, we've got a special guest, the 3 ravens. And if you'll notice on top of the house there on the tree, there's a tree limb. There's 3 ravens. Book release, and Hillbilly's going to be with us, and maybe some others. He's going to see who can come on, but he said they're coming. So Southern Fried and 3 ravens combining together in the world of Halloween. Yeah,
Yes. I downloaded a lot of their books on my Kindle app on my phone, and they do get money for that. But I downloaded them all, and I'm on the second one now that I was reading. I'm trying to read them in order. The first was the anthology for the Joint Task Force 13 or whatever, and then it's another continuation of that. The first one was the anthology of short stories, and this one's a story called Whistle of the Wendigo. Oh my goodness, it's good. It's hard to put down. I am enjoying it. So y'all check out their books there on the Kindle app, and you can look them up by Three Ravens Publishing as well. So,
and
yes.
We have reached out. I've made contact with another, because some people, it's not their gig, and I get it. I have reached out to a group that was with a Christian publisher, and I've gave them some cards. I've asked them to come on and talk about some of their books as well. So hopefully that'll work out. I'm looking forward to talking to them.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, this is the Cornbread Nation show. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Dave, you want to start us off with some jacklegs?
I'd be glad to. I know schools have to keep a rein on some things, but it's always conservative stuff that gets struck. There was these two middle schoolers, and they've been taking this thing to court. They were sent home because they wear "Let's Go Brandon" shirts to school. Now, I know if some people say that another way, and I get that, but how many things are these middle schoolers saying right now that are risque or whatever? They just say it in a clean way. Those kids know what stuff is, but it is it's a conservative saying, and it because of that interview that on the racetrack, and people were hollering that, and they were hollering the other, and it became "Let's Go Brandon." It's a big thing. Well, it has been. They have backed the school. There's a lot of talk that this may go all the way to the Supreme Court, but it just gets ridiculous that everything under that mentality, everything can become offensive. Everything. All it takes is some teachers or people saying you can't do that. Apparently, at the middle schools or even the elementaries, mainly at the elementary school, I don't think the middle schoolers do it too much. They're into this whole 6-7 thing, and they're told not to say it, but then teachers will turn around and say it. It's just ridiculous. So they tell the kids, you will be sent home, or you'll be in trouble if you say 6-7. Folks, kids are going through, they're growing, they're changing. I get it. But if we don't teach them the value of free speech at their age, they're going to grow up thinking that they're in trouble all the time for just speaking their mind. We have free speech, Rob. I know there are some limitations on it, like you don't yell fire in a crowded movie theater. That's common sense. But you never hear about it being a liberal shirt. Never.
No.
It's always conservative. No. Ridiculous. Jacklegs.
And they're teaching these kids that they can't say what's on their mind. That way they can control them. They can say what they want to say and do what they want to do, and nobody complains. Because they're afraid to. We're not afraid to here, you jacklegs.
No.
My first one this week are all these Democrats that are out there. They're just giddy, happy, tickled pink that they've shut the government down. Because they're making outrageous demands and stuff like that, trying to keep the illegals on the health insurance and all that kind of stuff. Hey, you jacklegs, why don't you support us for a change? Why don't you support your constituents? Why don't you support your country? Why do you hate your constituents and the citizens of this country so much? You're jacklegs, you're jackwagons, and y'all need to straighten up and fly right. My goodness, what a bunch of unpatriotic, American-hating people. And I said it. Somebody needed to.
My second jackleg is the police department that hired or put through the academy, and he was now an official police officer who was an illegal alien. ISIS came along and arrested him, and he'll be removed from the country. A police department that doesn't have any better background search than that, you're a whole office of jacklegs. Come on now. You put weapons on an illegal authorized officer in the United States. Somebody should maybe go to jail for that. Wow.
Amen. I saw that story. I started to pick it and I started to run with that. What type of moron said, okay, this guy's in this country illegally. Let's have him patrol our citizens. An illegal alien patrolling and arresting citizens of this country.
Yeah.
Jacklegs. What the heck? You're right. Someone needs to go to jail. My next one is going out to a whole group of people. Okay. And so the fact that it appears that the whole transgenders in sports issue is going to the Supreme Court, boys against girls, it just shows how many jacklegs there are in this country. The trans lawyers tried to get it dropped because he was afraid it would just settle out. But, he wants the issue to keep going. He wants to back out so they can just keep dragging the issue out and not have the Supreme Court make a ruling on it. It's ridiculous that we have to go to the Supreme Court to get a ruling on if boys can compete against girls and steal their scholarships and steal their thunder. That's ridiculous. And it's going to the Supreme Court, and now they want to back out so they can keep the issue going. You jacklegs, let the Supreme Court make a decision on it. Shut the heck up. And you're jackwagons for wanting to have boys compete against girls to start with.
And my last one is for a group of people that are not only a jackwagon. I have no use for the UN. I wish we would kick them out of America and reclaim the property. Get ready, Americans. If we talked about tax this morning or the other night, last night, if you're not ready for it, you're fixing to get hit with a new one. A new one. It's the global emissions tax. They're going to nail everything across the world and put a tax on it for the carbon that it's producing to make that product. And you can't get away from it because goods that come into the nation have already been hit with this tax. So it's going to escalate the price. I don't know how you can't avoid it unless you don't import anything. It's a global tax that they're putting on the people of the earth. These idiots. That's just a money grab. That's all that is.
Absolutely. It's a bunch of morons. Jacklegs. My last one here is for a very special group of people. They're extremely inconsiderate. They're rude. They have no respect for other people's property. And I'm going to say it. They are probably some of the most lazy people in the world. Folks, put your damn shopping cart up when you go to the grocery store. They have corrals that you can roll it back inside. They got convenient places for you to put them. We was at the store the other day and there was a big gust of wind. A buggy goes flying across the parking lot towards somebody's car. So fortunately, somebody caught it. But the people that just leave them sitting out there in the middle of the parking lot, you're a bunch of jacklegs. You don't have any respect for anybody, including yourself. Put your shopping cart up. Dadgum. Or don't use one. That would be a good way for to handle it. Just don't use one.
Every Saturday night, I'm pushing them at the end of the night into the corrals because the buggy pushers go home early and the late shoppers just leave them everywhere. I'm pushing them every Saturday night. There are a few that will do the right thing and even bring them back. And they teach their kids to do that. But most people, they just leave them wherever.
I've got to where I'll go grab the buggies. I'm walking by the car. I'll say, oh, here, let me put this buggy where it goes. And I'll make sure I say it loud enough where they hear it. I get called a Karen for doing that. But it's disrespectful. I mean, other people's cars are there. And there's nothing to stop that buggy from rolling into it unless you put it up. Common courtesy. We don't have that anymore. My goodness. Jen said, put them up.
All right, folks. There's your jacklegs for the week. Well deserved, each and every one. Aren't they precious?
Yes.
All right, it's time for breadheads. Great breadheads, living or in history. Mine is deceased now, and you know, nobody in Hollywood, nobody is perfect. So I know he had things in his life that were not perfect, but I want to appreciate an actor who consistently helped produce really quality programming that still plays today, and it's clean and it's wholesome and it's funny and it takes you on a journey. And that was the great Michael Landon. I just appreciate his work as an actor, and through 3 major series and other things as well. Great breadhead. He produced some really iconic television shows, all the way from the 60s all the way till when he passed, and as a director as well. And I appreciate Mr. Michael Landon. Rest in peace, my friend.
Yes. My breadhead this week, we talked about him last night on the show. I do believe. I don't remember if it was last night or this morning. Is Richard Wilbanks. Richard Wilbanks. This gentleman, back in November 23rd of 2020, at 74 years old, saved his 3-month-old puppy from an alligator. He dove in after it, drug the alligator out, pried its mouth open, saved the puppy, got his own fingers out, let the alligator go, but he did it all with a lit cigar and never lost his cigar, and I think it was still smoking. Hey, sir, Mr. Richard Wilbanks, salute. My goodness, if you'll go on the water after an alligator that's got your dog, you're a breadhead. You are there, sir. Thank you very much, and thank you for saving the dog. And he had to get a shot, and the dog was okay and survived the encounter. So, yes, everything wound up good. And they, I saw an interview on it. They asked him if they took the alligator out. He says, as far as he knows, it's still there.
There's 3 things you never drop. One's a kid, one's a cigar, and one's a beer. You just don't drop it. You ride that fall out, but you don't drop
it. Don't speed drink.
All right, it is time for the Southern Fried 5 at 5. This week it's myths about Americans. Myths about Americans. This could be people have the myth within their own country or outside the country. The first myth is that the Americans don't use the metric system. That is not true. The metric system is used a lot in America. There was a big pushback against it, but the metric system is used a lot. And actually, I've seen lately an uptick in metric measurements being presented first in things I've saw. I think they're really trying to bring that back around. I'm seeing things in metric sizes and things first. But people do use it. I mean, it is used. Number 2, they believe, many people believe that we are the largest consumer of fast food in the world. Per capita, that's not true. We are by pure size, but there are other countries per capita that actually outdo us. I didn't know that. Germany's one of those. Germany's one of those countries that outpaces us in fast food. Number 3, they think everybody in America is armed. Actually, only 32% of Americans are actually armed in America. 32%. Number 4, Americans tend to think that they work more hours than anybody in the world. That also is a myth. We do not work more hours than anybody in the world. There are many countries who do work more than Americans. Not to say we don't work. And that probably is because of the generation we got coming along that won't work. I mean, you can't argue with that, because I'm telling you, everybody says the same thing. A lot of them won't work. And then number 5, they think that Americans that travel, that all Americans that travel are loud, rude, and bad tempers. That is not true either. Most Americans are very respectful and polite as they travel, and they actually are considered really good tempers. But you hear about the bad stories, and some people think they believe that. So there's just some myths about Americans. Some maybe believed in the country, some outside the country, but there's you a handful anyway. Yeah. That's your Southern Fried 5 at 5.
Can I go back and touch up on that generation that don't want to work?
Sure.
You know, they're all like, gimme. Oh, I don't want to work. You want me to do what? You want me to get out there and wipe those tails off where people be sitting there eating? I don't want to do that. Why do I always have to? You bunch of whiners, go work. Sorry.
All right, folks, it is time for Georgia Bubba's dad joke of the week.
No.
And
He's
here,
still doing the.
oh, he loves his dad jokes.
Oh, I know he does. Oh my gosh, he's so big. Oh, go ahead. Let's hear it. It's gonna be painful, y'all.
Hey, folks, it's Georgia Bubba for the Southern Fried Podcast. Hey, we happy to be here, and we like our dad jokes. I like them dad jokes. Uncle Jeb, he don't get them too good, but maybe you will. Here is this week's Georgia Bubba dad joke. What is the favorite part of a computer for an astronaut? Let me say that again. What is the favorite part of a computer for an astronaut? The space bar! Ah!
Sitting here thinking to myself, please don't say space bar. Please don't say space bar. I knew he was going to say it. I knew it. Space bar. Oh, what?
Followed up by Uncle
goodness.
Jeb's Southern humor, live from, well, the story is live from, he's not, but live from the Waffle House.
Yeah, there's no.
Hey,
no
folks,
mercy.
Uncle Jeb here for the Southern Fried Podcast. How y'all doing today? Well, you know what? I was down there at the old Waffle House. You know, I rode up there in the pickup truck, and I like to meet some of my friends. And wouldn't you know it, the door opened up, and it was one of them reporters from CNN. I thought, what in the world is he doing here? Well, he zeroed right in on me because of my MAGA hat, and I guess he thought he was going to be kind of funny, so they threw the old camera up on me, and they said, hey, old-timer, what's the secret to old age? Who the heck they calling old? Well, anyway, I just went with it, and I said, well, the secret to old age, living to be an old man, which I'm not, is to not argue with idiots. The old reporter for CNN said, oh, come on, it's got to be more than that. I said, well, you're probably right.
But he's going to argue with him. I get it. That's actually pretty good for him. But he wasn't going to argue with him.
Well, ain't gonna argue with him. That's the secret to old age. Don't argue with idiots. All right, it's time for Robert Southernisms.
Oh my God.
Words, isms,
Oh,
bisms.
There's kind of isms. Well, I've got my Southern words. It's a bona fide special. I mean, just a plethora of them. We've got 4 different words we're going to introduce you to for Southern words this week. The first one is ignorant. The second one is carpetbaggers.
Yeah.
The third one is swindle. And the last one is buy in. So here we go. I'm going to use them all in a couple of sentences here. Okay. So hang on to it. Atlanta. Well, I'm through Atlanta in here, but it could be any big city here in the South, it seems like, is full of ignorant carpetbaggers from up north, still trying to swindle all of us Southerns into thinking we're wrong about manners, etiquette, and our opinions on politics. But we ain't buying none of it.
That's right.
There you go. That's your Southern words of the week.
By the way, just a quick add-in on that. If you will look back at the people who made, a lot of them, not all, but a lot of them, if you will look at the successful people in the South, they all go back to some carpetbagger who come down here while the South was suffering, rolling in with money and bought up all the property on the cheap. And by the way, you might get a little shocked to who you find. I'm not going to mention names, but it might be people you even like. Their family history, they were carpetbaggers, man. They came down here and ripped us off.
They sure did. Gleefully. And their descendants are still alive today. They're in Congress. They're Democrats, and they're still trying to swindle us every chance they get.
Just do your history. Look at their family tree and look at a lot of their ancestors served on the Union side. They came down here. I called it a scouting party. That was a scouting trip. They come down and brought hell to us through military. And then they just scouted around and said, "Oh, that looks like a good place to buy some property up on the cheap."
Yeah. All right. We got Southern etiquette this week. And this is just like just a good piece of general information for everybody. Learn to keep quiet. A quiet man can be dumb or smart. You don't know which he is till he starts talking. So think about what you are before you start running your yak, because you know. And you start running your yak, so will everybody else. How's that? Is that the good Southern etiquette thing this week?
Yeah, I like it.
I also have. I'm introducing something new this week, and I'm just doing 5 this week, but it's going to be an ongoing thing. Things you can say to your fishing buddy, but not your sweetheart. Now, these can be for men or women, because men and women both fish here in the South. Don't think they don't. All right. The first one, when you're there fishing, you get in a lot of grass and you say, "Well, there's a lot of grass down there." You can say that to your fish, but don't say it to your sweetheart. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't mention all the grass down there. Just don't do it. Another thing you can say to your fish partner, but not your sweetheart. I'm gonna have to cull out. It's too small. Don't do it. Don't do it. That one was so small, I didn't know I even had it hooked. Don't do it. Don't. Yeah, you can't do that. Don't do it. And this one happens a lot of times with fishing partners, and they talk about bait. Man, that stinks. Don't do it. You say that to your fishing partner, but never to your sweetheart. Don't ever do it. Never, ever. And last but not least, I believe in catch and release. Don't do it. Don't say it. Don't insinuate nothing. You can say it to your partner, fishing partner, but don't say it to your sweetheart. And well, that's my thought for this week. And there's a lot more on this one. And we'll be covering different topics later on, too. Just throwing it out there.
All right. Awesome. All right, folks, we're going to go to music news before fan mail. And today was a very sad day. The great Ace Frehley passed away today of the rock group Kiss. All of them are New Yorkers, but Ace Frehley was the most truest New Yorker that was in that band. He walked in with 2 different colored shoes for his tryout in the band. He hooked up his amp, started screaming guitar, and his whole thing started with them getting on to him. But once they heard him play, they said, "That's the guy." He played with them for a long time, left, came back, and has continued to play. He was scheduled to be on a tour right now. He fell at home, folks. This is a lesson for older people. I know sometimes we can't help it, but try not to fall. He fell, and he developed a brain bleed off of that, and he just went downhill. But the great Ace Frehley, I'll tell you what, whether you like Kiss or not, you cannot deny his impact on young guitar players continuing to today. Rest in peace, Ace Frehley. I've always enjoyed your solos, enjoyed your interviews, and like I said, he did things he probably shouldn't do too, but he was a heck of a guy. Ace Frehley, dead at I think it was 74 years old. Second story is the ongoing spat in Journey. Neil Sean, who is I don't consider him a really leader of the band. He's a great guitar player, but he kind of likes to think he's the leader. But Jonathan Cain, who's been in the band a long time, wrote big hits. He has said that Neil Sean come out and said that Jonathan Cain was leaving and that the band would go on. It caused a firestorm. Apparently, Jonathan Cain said he was going to play 2 more years, then probably retire. And it was a jump the gun moment, and the lawyers got involved. It was not a good thing. And so they're seemingly have put it together. But these two have not gotten along really in a long time. But Journey is scheduled to go on tour again. We'll see if they can hang together for another tour or two. Sammy Hagar's birthday was over the weekend, and there's a new live album out where he played for his on the last tour, and he covered some older Van Halen songs that he never covered before. They say it's an excellent album if you're looking for something, and his voice is still really good, folks. Sammy's in his 70s as well, late 70s, I believe, and he's even been trying to reach out and kind of touch base with David Lee Roth, the former lead singer of Van Halen, and I think he's just trying to close everything up and get everything ready for his departure from this earth. That's kind of what you do when you get older. You kind of them old wounds, them old not getting along. He's trying to take care of that. The great Sammy Hagar. That's your music news for Southern Fried Podcast. Shout out to Ace Frehley, his family, though. That's sad. It's time for fan mail.
Yes.
Fan mail.
All right, I got it right here. Oh my goodness. So I got the first one right here. Now I'm going to find the answers to these questions. Each one has a question. I'm going to shoot it to Dave. Dave's going to read the question out. But this first one is from Woo Girl in Lower Alabama and LA. Woo Girl, I don't know if they meant California, Lower Alabama. I'm assuming it's Lower Alabama. So let's see if I can get this. Yep, I got it. Yes. Yes, he is. Yes. Yes, he is. To Woo Girl in Lower Alabama. That is the answer to your question. Yes. Yes, he is.
Okay. It says, is Rob as good looking as Dave in real life as he is on the podcast? Actually, not what it says. It says, is Rob as good looking in real life as he is on the podcast? And the answer was,
that's right. Yes. Yes, he is. I know. The clickbait in action. My goodness. All right. This one is from Full of Crap in Mississippi. Let's see here. Oh no. She loves his witty comments. Oh no. She loves his witty comments. There you go. My box was a little bit crooked. I was afraid it might miss in there. Full of Crap in Mississippi. Oh no. She loves his witty comments.
Does Elizabeth really get aggravated with Rob while they are on the air?
She has threatened to reach through the screen there and thump me on the head several times, but she doesn't mean it. She loves it when I pick on her.
There was one night, I will say that's not true.
I think there was several.
She was pretty mad one night.
I think
you kept pushing out. You kept poking the bear, and the bear came out. That's the same night somebody in her family come on there and said something, and she's about ready to drive their house.
Okay, number 3 is from I Heart Cats in Boise, Idaho. Boise. I like saying Boise. Do you like saying Boise? I got to get to work here. I got to get my redneck skills going here, Dave. Sorry. It's going to be a little moist when it gets there. See how many cats Jenneth has. See how many cats Jenneth has. There you go.
Hey, don't be getting me in trouble with my co-host now.
From I Heart Cats in Boise, Idaho, see how many cats Jenneth has. That is the answer to your question.
How many cats do you have to own to be a crazy cat lady? You better watch out, man. You better watch out.
I'm just answering the questions. I can't help what the answer is. Doing the best I can here.
You better write your fans and tell them to back off.
Let's see here. This next one is from Steve in Ohio. This is oh my goodness. Don't know, don't care, ain't checking, you're a sicko. Coming to you from Steve in Ohio. The answer to your question is don't know, don't care, ain't checking, you're a sicko.
Does Dave shave his legs? Steve?
I hit that one dead on the head, I do believe. You sicko. All right. I got in my hand the last letter this week from fan mail. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't make out the name on it, but it's from someone else in Ohio as well. Oh my goodness. In El Camino. In El Camino.
An El Camino.
For those of you
Sounds like somebody we know.
I think that kind of gives away who it's from. In El Camino. From someone in Ohio.
What does a pervy old guy named James in Ohio drive to pick up chicks? Was that Haitian chicks or?
I think it was kind of written funny. It may have been for some Haitian chick. I don't know. You know. Ask it.
Wow.
I don't know. El Camino. And that's your fan mail for this week. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Was a lot of fun answering those tonight. I enjoyed that.
All right, let's go to a quick break and come back with our redneck destination of the week. We'll see you in 30 seconds.
All right.
All right, we're back. The redneck destination of the week is El Dorado, Arkansas. El Dorado, Arkansas. And it is known as, well, we were headed to Alabama, and I was directed to head on over to Arkansas for this Pig Fest. They call it Pig Fest in El Dorado, Arkansas. So we'll be making a return visit back through Alabama and Georgia, and most likely Pig Fest in El Dorado, Arkansas. Now, this is a tandem event between with men and women competing for some speed, some other things for the prize. All right, the first event that I was able to get from them is the old sack race. You know how potato sack race.
Potato sack.
You know those. You put one leg in. Well, theirs is a little different. The man has to turn backward. He has to turn backward, and the lady is directing where to go, because you have to run through a field of cow patties. You have to avoid the cow patties to get, and do this for time, to get to the destination, and obviously try not to fall down in the cow patties as well. So she's looking forward. The man is turned backwards, and y'all are running across, and she's directing traffic.
All right. So let me get this straight. The man's basically driving, and the woman's giving him directions on which way to go.
Yeah.
And they have to get to a certain destination. This is the only thing they can have. They're never going to get there. It's never going to happen. They're never crossing the finish line. Is there a time limit? 2
It is
weeks or something?
timed. It is timed because in case they're running close. But it probably is so far apart because I got a feeling a lot of them are falling down and running off in left field and
Yeah.
everything else.
I think the only way that they can succeed in this is if they allow trans athletes to participate.
I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole. I'll just leave that lay right where it's at, right there with the cow patties.
Sorry. It just, sorry.
Event number 2. We're moving along. I wanted more information. They wouldn't tell me a lot. It's called the beer can flamethrower relay. I'm envisioning you do something with a beer can flamethrower and you have to pass it off to the next guy in a relay or girl, as it may be. Y'all have to run, so I don't know what they're flamethrowing. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with it other than it just gets really hot. And you have it's also timed. And you're trying not to get burnt. I know that, but I don't know anything else about it. Beer can flamethrower relay. That's what they gave me.
That's a brand. Yeah, I ain't never heard of that one. I can envision them shoving a Roman candle down into a beer can and passing it off. I can picture that.
I kind of feel like they probably got some beer cans kind of together. They've probably cut the ends
like
out.
A tater gun.
That's what I'm thinking. They probably put a hole in the top.
Okay.
Well, I did hear that they use an accelerant in this. They do. It's not a Roman candle. They do use a lighter fluid. There's lighter fluids being used. I did get that.
That's not going to end well.
No, it's not.
I see the emergency room. What happened to you? I was doing the beer can. Okay.
Number 3 is the mud pit volleyball, and they use a pig bladder as the ball.
Were any pigs harmed in getting that pig bladder?
I don't know.
Look, we don't want to get PETA involved in our redneck events.
It's not our redneck.
The pig bladder.
It's not our redneck event. This is what they told me.
We're all rednecks. We're all rednecks, and don't y'all be doing it. Look, we have the technology. Go to the Dollar General and get one of the big air balls. Quit using pig bladders. We're beyond that. We have progressed beyond that. Pigs are for eating, unless you're from Alabama.
Well, if you didn't like 3, you're not going to like 4.
Oh,
yes,
no.
It's called the possum toss, and they are alive.
That's okay. Possums are made to be tossed, okay? Because you never know. Are they going to be sold up or are they going to be going? So if you toss a possum, he may just sold up and play possum. You're like, oh, hell, that's cool. But if he's still awake and you throw him and he doesn't play possum and he lands on your head and he's like a buzzsaw going around up there, that's going to be fun for everybody else to watch. I can get down with that.
Well, and remember though, this is a man-woman relay, or game, all these events. So you're having to toss a live possum to your girl, and if she got tossed,
yeah, but
I don't know the ins
so
and
when the
outs.
guys toss it, they want to get it by the tail and shake it real good, make sure it's good in the way, let it go, and then the girl's going to feel bad. But, oh, you poor possum, gently toss it. Okay, we go along with that.
Event number 5 is simply called Rooster Relay. I have no idea what that is.
Dude.
Rooster Relay.
Do you realize game chickens have spurs? And I'm assuming that's what they're talking about.
That's what I think they're talking about. That's why they won't talk about it.
They got spurs. Them things hurt. All right. If you go pass him off, he's going to be pecking. He's going to have his little pecker going. And he's going to be trying to kick you with them spurs, and you got to pass him off. Between them spurs and that little pecker of his, they gonna be some blood.
Not good. Not good. Moving on. Number 6.
Again.
This is banjo string snap. Banjo string snap. Now, for those that have sensitive teeth, hold your mouth because, yes, you have to break the string with your teeth. So it means you got to pluck that thing until. My problem with this is some rednecks don't have a lot of teeth.
That's what I was fixing to say. They ain't got but about one good tooth over in Arkansas. You know, they try to break that string, they're going to end up having to go get dentures.
Maybe that's the idea. Save some money on extraction.
Maybe they're going for distance on how far that tooth flies when it breaks off. The banjo string snap. It snaps that tooth right off and it goes flying. Yeah. And it goes out and hits up in the foot top because they stretch that string back so far like a big old rubber band. Bap. Just saying.
The Pig Fest also has a cornhole event. They do have a cornhole event. They don't say anything about cornholing, but it's cornhole with carburetors.
What? What are they doing? Chunking carburetors?
They're chunking
My
carburetors.
goodness, Steve, get behind it. Huh?
Yeah, you got to put the carburetor through the hole.
You know, carburetors are kind of heavy.
They're
gonna have some knots. We're gonna have some more trips to the emergency room on this one. And then you said it was a man-woman event. You know the man's gonna overhand that thing. She ain't gonna be able to hand it back. She's gonna be doing that knee toss. You know, I'm just saying. That's not gonna end well. That's some big objects. They might do better just chunking bricks.
The carburetor cornhole.
When did we stop having fun with our redneck events? Used to be when we played cornhole at redneck events, it was right after cutting season for pigs, and we'd have the pig testicle cornhole toss. And then you throw pig testicles to get them in there. You know, what?
Oh, that's disgusting, man. Wow.
It was a lot lighter than a carburetor.
What is Arkansas? I mean, come on. Number 8.
Yeah, it's Arkansas.
Redneck limbo under barbed wire.
That ain't fair. Every redneck out there knows how to get through barbed wire because we got our fences around here. And let me tell you, it depends on how they do it. If they're going through, because it's a redneck, so it might be like going through a barbed wire fence. You got a strand above you and a strand below you. Okay? And the correct way to do this, you grab that strand below you between the barbed wire and you push it down as far as you can. And then you try to sneak under that one on top. But whatever you do, do not let go of that bottom strand. If that top strand gets in all the way to the bone, you do not let go of the bottom strand if you mess up.
No, you don't want to do that. Absolutely not.
It might be yours they're playing cornhole with instead of the pigs. You turn loose that bottom strand.
Event number 9 is called the Outhouse Dash. And the man sits on the toilet inside while it's their own wheels. And the girl, she pushes the outhouse. This event has obstacles that they have to go around, potholes and all kinds of things. And you are judged on time, tipping, and spilling.
Hey, you guys are going to participate in this event. I salute you. Hey, no way in hell I'm going to participate in this one. Because you know, them women folk are fixed to pay you back for the current 8 events. And they're going to hit every pothole, every bump, every obstacle. They're going to tip it. They're going to tip it plumb upside down and make sure they get it spilled, the spillage perfect. Okay? You're going, no, guys, don't do it. No, because women's paid you back on this round. I'm telling you. Nope, not doing it. No, Judith, it's not you in the outhouse. It's the guy now. Oh no, don't do it.
I can hear the guy holler, "Hey!" She'll be saying, "Sit
You
down,
missed
shut up."
one. Sit down, shut up. Enjoy the ride.
Event number 10 is called the Beer Belly Bench Press with a keg. Apparently, you have to use your beer belly to raise up the keg without letting it roll down to your face or other places.
If it rolls the other way, I know which testicles are using for the cornhole toss. Oh. Do y'all realize how heavy a full keg is? It weighs a lot. And beer bellies are not known for their musculature. They're known for their fat covering. The only hope you got to survive this event is if that that keg sinks into that beer belly enough to where it makes like a wedge on both sides. Fat guys are going to win. The not so big beer bellies are going to get smushed. It's going to be bad.
All right. At El Dorado, Arkansas, they have 3 bonus events. The first one is called beard braiding. Apparently, for those that have beards, I guess everybody in Arkansas has them. The woman braids the man's beard, and you have to you're judged on time and style. Time and style.
You know, those redneck women up, some guy's beard up. It looks just like one of Dolly Parton's wigs. you know, dude. It's gonna happen. They're gonna win. They're gonna win.
These events roll right into each other. So the next event, the guy, it's called the Biscuit Dunk Dash. They grab a biscuit and they dunk it in gravy, and they have to run across for speed across an open area to their woman who is sitting on the other side of this, and they have to feed them. The wife is not, or the girlfriend is not allowed to grab the biscuit with gravy dripping off. The man has to feed it to her without dripping and spilling and all that as best they can.
Oh, I promise you, I would lose that. We went on time though, because I'd dunk it and I'd run across there and go, open wide.
But lest the guy get too spiffy for his britches, the last event, bonus event, this is disgusting. It's called the sardine can stack. And yes, you got to eat them sardines and stack the cans up for time and get as high as you can. That, my friend, is disgusting.
Oh my goodness, dude, no, there's some Jim Bob guy out there like me that eats sardines. I guarantee you, he's gonna be wolfing them suckers down, dude. He's gonna have his finger. He's gonna be licking each can before he slits it down to stack it. He's gonna keep eating and eating and eating. They probably ain't got enough sardines in Arkansas for this guy to quit eating. I'm telling you, dude.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Whether it's an oil or hot pepper sardines or whatever, man, he's gonna be licking the can. I'm telling you. He probably drinks sardine smoothies for breakfast. And if you ain't never had a sardine smoothie in the morning for breakfast, you ain't lived yet.
Well,
Man,
I guess I ain't lived.
Put them old sardines in the blender, throw you some mustard and some A1 in there, put a little dash of milk, blend it up. Oh man, it's the breakfast of champions.
That's horrible. Horrible.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Wow.
All right. Well, let's run through our chats real quick. We said, God bless. Jen said, hey. We said, hiya. Jen said, crazy tax. And she said, yes, put them up. I don't know what she's talking about. What was she talking about? Put them up. I don't remember.
I don't either.
Barry said hello. And we said hi to Barry and Jennifer and welcome. Jenna shook her head at Bubba, and she laughed out loud at Uncle Jeb. Uncle Jeb did have a good point tonight. I did like that. That's the first good one he's had in a while. Hey, salute there. He didn't argue. Barry said, that's a fact. Don't get your blood pressure up dealing with CNN. Jenna said, no. Then Watchman asked you if we covered Ace Frehley passing away. Yeah, we did. And Jenna said, fan mail. Laugh out loud. Yes, she does. What was that? I gotta look. She said, yes, and she does love my witty comments. And she said, hey, oh my God. Okay. I think she was talking about her being the crazy cat lady. And then she was talking about Steve. Hey, that's my boy. And then it's shaking her head at James. Being in Georgia used to have the big pig jig. Hey, I remember that. And then Janet said, pig bladder for the ball. Yes, we have the technology. Go get a real ball. Come on. It could be a soccer ball, a basketball, a football, a tennis ball, whatever. You don't have to use a pig bladder no more. You know, pig bladder's full of pee. You can put Mountain Dew in any one of those balls. Cover the hole with duct tape. And she said, oh, laugh out loud. Oh, wow, heavy throwing. I think she was talking about the. And she said, yuck, no balls. No balls. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Yuck, no balls. Oh, you're talking about the cornhole thing. Okay. Whew, I thought you was talking about Dave. She said, ouch, is it regular barbed wire or razor wire? Okay. I'm getting bigger. She's talking about that event where you barbed wires. Shaking my head, no outhouse. Then she said, it's still an outhouse event. No, I think she's talking about the sardine can stack off there at the end. And then she gave me a throw-up face on my sardine smoothie.
It's disgusting. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Well, should we go ahead and announce our plans for next week's cornbread or for cornbread going on?
Well, you might as well. You already announced it on the morning show.
Yeah. We're going to start recording Cornbread Nation and airing it out every week. Y'all feel free to go ahead and leave your comments. We'll still get them. And we'll get back to you and answer them, and we'll address them at some point in time. But we're gonna from here forward, we're gonna be recording it. Y'all feel free to tune in, like, follow, subscribe, leave your comments, and we get notifications on them. We'll respond to your comments. And everybody else, if you want to give each other a hard time, go ahead. So this is more of a variety type show, and so we're gonna record it as such moving forward. So, but Cornbread Nation's one of our favorite shows to do. We love doing this thing.
Good night, Miss Jen.
Good night, Miss Jennifer. Good night, Barry. Good night to everybody. Everybody out there on Instagram and wherever else you're at, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. So
absolutely.
Y'all don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Southern Fried Podcast, wherever you're at, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And with that said, hey, Bubba, you have a good night, and I'll see you in the morning, bright and squirrely.
Sounds good.
All right. Hey, y'all. God bless. Love you. We'll see y'all in the morning. Night, Dave.
Good night.
Where the laughter flows, jack legs of the week and the funny stories grow. From breadheads in history to those 5 at 5. In this southern fried haven, we feel so alive.